Okay, this little mini lesson is looking at taking rates and turning them into unit rates. Often when we go shopping, our goal is to save money. And the good way to do that is to make sure that you are comparing prices of items. So in this example, we'll look at how to find out the process for finding the rate of how much a toy costs. So if we're looking at $15 for 5 toys, and the question is, how much does it cost for 1 toy? This is the process I'd like them to do. When they were in elementary school, they learned that this problem could easily be solved through division. And in fact, we do use division on the problem, but I am asking them not to solve like this. In elementary school, it was expected that they are doing division problems, and this is 2 different ways that they were taught to show division. And both of them get the correct value of 3. However, the skill that they're being asked to work on in 7th grade is working with rates, unit rates, and being able to scale those rates and unit rates. So I'm asking them to show their work, yes, like this. So in the problem, first set it up using the rate that is given of $15 for 5 toys. And the goal is to find out how much it cost for 1 toy. So the question is, if we're starting with 5 toys and we're looking at how much it costs for 1 toy, we need to scale this value down. And one way to do that, if we start with 5 and our goal is to have 1, we can simply divide by 5. Later on, when we specifically talk about scale factor, that'll be the value that we multiply. And as a multiplying value, we would write down the value that we start with, or excuse me, the value we end with, divided by the value we start with. So to go from 5 toys, we could multiply 5 times 1/5 to scale it down to 1. Or in this case, because the numbers work out well, we can simply divide by 5. If we're dividing the 5 part by 5, we also have to divide the $15 part to find the number of dollars. So we also have to scale this part of the ratio down by dividing by the same amount, or by multiplying by 1/5. So the process 15 divided by 5 does have merit. We do end up getting $3 for 1 toy, but the difference is this is showing it how they learned in elementary school with just division, and this is how they are showing it in middle school, dealing with rates and ratios and scaling process. One other way that they can show this problem is to write it the way that it was given initially. And as a ratio, this could have a set of colons, or it could have the word 2 in there. 4 works also. So again, the question would be, how much does it cost when we scale it down to 1 toy? So again, just like we did above, this time it's looking at, we have these 2 values, so we're going from 5 to 1, and that would be through dividing by 5, or as we talked about, also multiplying by 5. And over here, 15 divided by that same value is where we get that 3. We just don't need to show this part. They've already learned that skill, and in fact, now they can use a calculator, or they can, with a problem with these numbers, they can do that mentally. So that would be the process. That's what I've been showing them in class, and that's the way that I would really like to see that on the test, for them to show that they are able to work with these at a 7th grade level. So this is about scaling. Thank you.